everyone! Welcome back to day 2 of art camp. I hope you all had a nice little break. Now it's time to get back into some art. So you can see in our schedule that our next project is the pizza bookmark. So here is my sample. I'll show you on this folder how you can use it as a bookmark. It has a little pocket here. So you take the corner of the page, put it in there, and then you can close your book on top of it. Just like that. So we are going to be making this together. The materials that you will need are this bag with the brown, white, red, and green felt and your tacky glue, and also a pair of scissors from home. And also you might need a book or something to use as a corner, like as a reference for how you want to shape your bookmark. And I'm just going to be using this folder, the same type of folder that your paper's in. So we're going to take all of our felt out and take out our tacky glue. And we're going to start with our brown felt. You're going to lay it out like this. Take the right corner and fold it down until it meets the other side. And then you can kind of see the pizza slice already starting to form. So we're going to take our scissors and cut off this rectangle here. It doesn't matter if it's super straight because we're going to be cutting more off too. All right, so then we're going to take the corner of our book and unfold it like this so it's a square. And then put your book inside, and you want to line up this bottom corner with the edge of the book and this left corner with the top of the book. And then you're going to fold it over so the corners meet. Perfect. And then I like the top of my pizza round, so we're going to cut round like this. And actually I'm going to use a marker to mark it before I cut it. So I'm just going to go from this corner, make it round like a pizza slice, over to here. Take it off, fold it again, and then cut along that line that you made. Okay, so I'm going to put it back on the corner just to make sure it's the shape I want. And that looks good to me, so I'm going to move on with the red. So I'm just going to lay it out like this because it's easier to work on. And next we're going to do our sauce. So this is the crust, and the sauce is only going to go on the left side of this because this right side is going to be on the back. So we want to line up this line down here. I'm actually going to use my marker again. We're going to line up this line down here. And then underneath you can kind of feel where the edge of the pizza is. So you're going to line up that line and then draw a line where the edge of the pizza is. Cut along that line. And then I'm just going to make sure it fits. And actually, I want mine to be round to match the crust. So I'm just going to kind of make the top round, cut off that corner, put it back, see if it looks good. And it's okay if it doesn't go all the way to this bottom corner because we're also going to have a layer of cheese, and that will go all the way to the corner. So once this is the shape you want, you're just going to glue it down here. Some of you might have red felt with this white layer in the back, which actually means that it's sticky. So instead of gluing, you can just peel it off and stick it right on there. But most of you will have to glue. So I'm going to take that, press it down on the pizza. There we go. All right, next is the cheese. So we're going to put it on top, make sure it goes all the way down to that bottom corner. I'm going to draw my line, just so I know where the edge of the pizza is. And I like ooey gooey cheese, so I'm gonna make the top of my cheese a little bit squiggly. So I'm just gonna draw the lines for that as well. And then cut where you drew your lines. Right, then we're gonna take our tacky glue and glue down the white. I'm kind of just putting dots of the glue all over. This glue is thicker than like normal school glue. So hopefully it will be better at holding together our felt. Over here I'm just gonna do some lines. There we go. And carefully place it down and then press. It already looks like a piece of pizza. But I think we're missing some toppings. So I am going to add pepperoni and green peppers to mine. With the small piece of red, I'm just gonna draw some circles. And actually I'm gonna draw some half circles too. I am doing 3 full circles and 3 half circles. But you can do as much pepperoni as you want. Then we're gonna cut those out. I'm gonna lay them out just to see where I want to place them. And actually, I want one more pepperoni down here, so I'm going to cut out another one. Okay, and then out of the green, I'm actually just going to cut a thin strip and then cut smaller strips out of that for green peppers. Now, I don't actually like green peppers on my pizza, but I do like the way that these colors look together. So, and again, I'm going to cut some of them at an angle so that they can go on the edge of the slice. I'll do this one too. And then I'm just gonna take off my pepperoni, start gluing those down, and then we'll glue down our green peppers. So for the pepperoni, I'm just putting a dot of glue on the back, pressing it down, and there you go. The glue does have a tendency to seep through the felt, so if you start seeing that, it's okay, you just want to start being a little more careful. And it will dry clear, so it won't affect your end product. It just might get your fingers a little sticky. Okay, then for the green peppers, I'm gonna do the same thing. Making sure just to spread them out. Make sure our pizza gets an even layer of toppings. So some of the pieces I have been trimming as I put them on, just so they fit better. Okay, once you have all your toppings on, then it's time to glue the crust together. So carefully, you want to pick up your pizza. It's still drying, so don't be too rough with it or anything. You're gonna fold it in half. And then you really only want to put glue in a line along this top crust. So I'm gonna open it back up again, but this time with the toppings facing down. I'm gonna take my glue and do a solid line of glue. Not too much glue, like it's still a pretty thin amount of glue, but you do want it to be a solid line. And then carefully press those sides together. And a couple of my toppings fell off while I did that. That's okay, just put them back on. There we go, just press down everything. And then the crust is going to take a couple layers of glue. So this first one, you kind of want to press it in there, but actually a lot of it will soak into the felt. So then we're going to open back up and do another thick line. This one you want to be more glue than the first time. Then we're going to really press that shut. And you want to avoid the glue coming out of the top, so I actually kind of squish at the top so that all the extra glue is pressed down, not out the top of it. And then once it starts sticking together where it's not peeling apart is when we're able to just set it aside to dry. So my little corner's coming apart a little bit, so I'm going to put a little bit more glue in there. And then I'm just going to hold that for a little bit. And hopefully it will stay. And like I said, some of my toppings are falling off because the glue is just soaking into the felt. But they will eventually stick, I promise. So you just need to keep putting more glue on if it soaks in. My crust is sticking together now, so then I'm just going to set this aside and let it dry. And after, I let mine dry for about 24 hours, and then after 24 hours you should have a pizza that you can use as a bookmark. I hope you guys had lots of fun today, and I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Bye!